Welcome back to TPAAsports.com, home of Top Prospects Athletic Association. We're still over here on the USSSA website, and we're about to have a conversation on a very interesting topic. And from someone who kind of deals with multiple sports, it kind of amazes me how the different sports or the different coaches in the different sports takes a stance on this topic, and that is team insurance. Team insurance to me is a very, very important part of a coach or manager managing a team. Now, I don't want to get on my soapbox here, but let me tell you a story. 3 years ago now, I guess it was, we were hosting a baseball tournament. And I know baseball is different than basketball, but it's still a contact sport. Basketball is still a contact sport. I don't care what anybody says. But here we go. We have an 11-year-old kid on the pitcher's mound in a state tournament. The ball is hit off the bat. The pitcher, this 11-year-old kid, never has a chance to defend himself. That ball is coming at him so hard it hits him directly in the left eye. Drops that young man to the ground. We call an ambulance. To make a short story long, that young man spent 5 of the next 7 days in medical intensive care, bleeding from his nose and his ear, and nobody knew where the blood was coming from. Now, the sad part about that is that the father was laid off, the mother was unemployed, they had no insurance at all, except their team insurance. That claim was in excess of $500,000. $500,000, and it was paid by the USSSA insurance company. The folks that underwrites the USSSA insurance. So to me, team insurance is so vitally important because so many of these kids, particularly in these day and times of 10% unemployment, et cetera, a lot of these kids just do not have any accidental insurance at all. And as much as these kids spend at practice and as much as you spend with them, at least you can get them covered from injury for a period of time. This insurance that USSSA has, and I'm going to show you the brochure. You can come over here and click on this bottom on August 1 to July 31st, youth and adult team insurance, baseball, basketball, fast pitch. That's where we want to go. It'll bring up a PDF file, and I would highly encourage you to print this thing off. Now, I'm going to swing down here and talk about this. This gives you a $2 million per occurrence, $2 million aggregate, which means you have a total of $2 million. It covers injuries that happen in games, injuries that happen in practice, team meetings. You have a fundraiser car wash and the kid gets his foot run over and breaks his foot. It's covered. Coaches, this is almost a no-brainer, and it just really boggles my mind that teams in contact sports such as basketball, baseball, and believe it or not, football do not have any team insurance. Now, this is all secondary insurance. So if the parent has insurance themselves through their job, if they have a standard major medical type policy, obviously that will be the primary. This coverage becomes secondary, and they can file a claim on this for anything their primary insurance doesn't cover. But as the young man that I told you about that got hit in the eye with the baseball, his parents had no insurance. So therefore, this insurance became primary. Now, for many of the teams may also play in leagues, and you go, well, Bernie, I have league insurance. You need to make sure that you have a copy of that league insurance, and you need to make sure that that league did not exclude tournaments. Now, let me give you a little aside to that. Okay, In most leagues, the way this insurance works, they have to be a member or they have to be a part of that league in order to be covered. If you have players, if you're carrying league insurance and you're carrying players that aren't part of the league that your team, your core team belongs to, then they're probably not covered. So you really need to cover your own team with your team's own insurance. Now, how much does this cost? This is where the insanity comes in. Basketball, ages 12 through 18, $100 deductibles. If somebody's got to cover the first $100, coaches, it's $89 a year. So from August 1st to July 31st, you're getting $2 million worth of accidental coverage for your team and yourself, because if something happens, they could come after you and sue you also for negligence. So this kind of covers everybody. If you happen to be part of a league, they offer a league discount, obviously, because you've got lots of teams going in there. But I would encourage you, I don't want to shove insurance down anybody's throat, but I truly believe that if you're not covering your team, then you're really doing your team and your kids and your parents a disservice. You can get to this information over on the USSSA website under insurance brochure. Then if you want to purchase it, you click here on team insurance. And again, this is kind of a nondescript page here. They have frequently asked questions and this, that, and the other. But you can go to purchase online. And if you scroll down here, you see the cost and amounts for all the other things that they sell. But we're simply interested in the basketball. So you would click here. And then it's just a matter of filling out the form that you want. And it would be basketball youth coverage right there. You need to put in your team name, your USSSA number, because you do have to be have a valid registration. And then it's just a standard old form. And you click here and it's going to take you to a credit card and you'll pay for it that way. So anyway, that concludes this video on insurance. Again, if you have any questions, email me. I'll be happy. If I don't know the answer to them, which I may not about insurance, I will certainly get the question answered or point you in the right direction. So that kind of concludes this topic. We'll be off to another.